Hi guys, my name is Taylor Green and I will be presenting the case Schaffer v. Weast. So a little background, this happened in Maryland, and Brian Schaffer was enrolled in a private school and diagnosed with a language impairment and a learning disability. He was pretty young, and so in 1997 his parents were told that they needed to relocate to a school that would better suit him and his needs. And so Brian's parents contacted Montgomery County Public School Systems to find a placement for him, and after assembling an IEP team, they found 2 public schools suitable for Brian. But his parents weren't super pleased with the public school system just because it was a lot bigger and they didn't think that he would succeed in a bigger classroom setting. And so they went on to enroll him in a different private school and claimed that that was not providing a free and appropriate education under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, stating that he wouldn't succeed there, it wouldn't be a good fit for him. And so during this time, they requested a due process hearing before an administrative law judge. And then his parents went on to sue the Montgomery County Public School Systems, claiming that the IEP again declined to offer a free and appropriate education for Brian, and they sued to get the private school tuition reimbursement. And then a lot of the research I found said that they found that the parents were suing more for money rather than to make right a wronged IEP or free and appropriate education situation. And so the ALJ, or administrative law judge, ruled in favor of the school district and put the burden of proof on the parents, which was then reversed by the federal judge, stating a burden of proof should have been placed upon the school district rather than the parents, making the IEP that was formally presented inappropriate. The district court also placed the burden of proof on the school district, which was then reversed by the U.S. Court of Appeals, placing the burden of proof on the parents and calling it a split among circuits. After that, 20 organizations in 9 states filed amicus briefs in support of Brian Schaffer. An amicus brief is a legal document filed in an appellate court cases by non-litigants with a strong interest in the matter. So again, 9 states and 20 organizations filed amicus briefs in support of Brian Schaffer, and the states included Connecticut, Illinois, Kansas, Minnesota, Nevada, Rhode Island, Virginia, Washington, and Wisconsin. Amicus briefs were also filed on behalf of the Montgomery County by Hawaii, Alaska, Oklahoma, and Guam, also by the U.S. Department of Education. So then the Supreme Court granted certiorari, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which is an order by which a higher court reviews a decision of a lower court, and they granted that to hear Schaffer's appeal, ruling from the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit. The decision was made by the Fourth Circuit that the burden of proof is assigned to, in quotes, to the party who initiates the due process hearing, so that would be the parents. And this is heard through the district, the circuit, and the state. So these rulings, like putting the burden of proof on the moving party, it has different effects around the country. So making the burden on the moving party, and in Montana the burden is on the moving party, so it would have been on the parents. Process procedure changed in about half of the states, making the burden on the moving party, and in Montana the burden is on the moving party, so it would have been on the parents. In this case, Schaffer v. Weast, Justice O'Connor wrote in her opinion, "For the majority to agree with the Schaffers is to assume that every IEP is invalid until the school district demonstrates that it is not. So my question for you is, should schools be responsible for showing validity for every IEP, or should we trust that the professionals know what they're doing and the IEP is correct and it's going to help the student succeed. And my second question for you is, do you think parents should take on the responsibility to state the presented IEP is not providing the student with a free and appropriate public education under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act? And that's all I have for you. Thank you for watching.